Hello, and welcome to the KeyHire Solutions live stream, Human Capital for Small Business. My name is Corey Harlock. I am the creator of KeyHire, and thank you for joining us today. If you're wondering what KeyHire Solutions does, we are not a recruitment agency or a placement agency. We are human capital consultants, and we work specifically with small businesses. Excuse me one second. Alexa, off. I left my music on. And we work in three main areas. Number one, if you're looking to upgrade a leadership role, we can help you identify what those skills are you need and go out and acquire that talent. Number two, we do 60% of the work we do is creating new roles for small businesses to help them scale. So we do all the background work, put it all together, and then go out and acquire that talent for you. And the third thing we do is full human capital plans. So current state, we're at $10 million. We want to be at $25 million. What does my organization look like today? What does it need to look like to do $25 million? And what's the action plan? How do we action that and go out and get the capital and the human capital we need to reach our growth goals? We like to say, stop struggling and start scaling. So today we have a great topic. How do you retain your current employees? And I think a better way to reframe that question is, how do you rehire your current employees? If we look at the market right now, it's different, and it will be different. And I speak to so many small business owners who say, it's going to go back to normal, or we see a trend heading back to office, or this is going to equalize. And as I've heard in the past, your thought does not equal my fact. I'm in the market every day. I am talking to leadership candidates in various industries at various levels every day. I'm reading information about this every day. And what I'm going to tell you is the reality of what's going on in the market. Now, I know there's kind of three types of business owners out there. There's one who's going to say, you're full of crap. I'm just going to keep doing business the way I've always done. And that's fine. There are some people out there who are going to say, we're already on that road. We were already taking these actions, and that's awesome. And then there's going to be the people in the middle who know there's something going on and are looking for ways to remain competitive and adjust to the market. I've always said the absolute advantage a small business owner has is you can be agile. You can say, we're going to make a change in policy today and implement. Large corporations can't do this. It takes them a while, right? It's like maneuvering a speedboat versus an ocean liner. A small business owner can be agile, and that's a lot of what we're going to talk about today. So let's look at the current market. Now, I heard a stat a while back that said 7 out of every 100 jobs prior to the pandemic was remote. And during the pandemic, that number moved to 78%. 78%. That's not a small move. And some other information I've gotten lately are, currently 48 to 50% of the market are looking for either full remote or a level of flexibility in their schedule. And pre-pandemic, that was 30%. I'm going to tell you that's low. 48 to 50% is very low. I would put that number closer to 60 or 70%. Currently, right now, 1 in 6 job offers are being rejected, and 1 in 3 employees are quitting after 3 months. And there's a little backstory to that. With the Great Resignation, a lot of people had, a resignation remorse. They quit a good company that they thought could have been better, and took some time off. Obviously, these good companies, they fill the roles first. And then when they decided to go back to the market, they had to go to another company and realized, maybe I was working for a really good company. So that could be fueling some of this turnover. At the end of the day, as a business owner, if you're going to go into the market and hire someone, you run about a 50% chance of retaining that new employee after 90 days. 50-50. That's in this market, that's pretty crazy. We talked on the last podcast that prior to the pandemic, there were 2.8 people for every job in America. Currently, with jobs going up and people getting out of the job market, starting their own freelancing or operations and starting their own businesses, there are 1.4, half of the available manpower on the market that there was. We have inflation of 10%. All these factors have created a very unique job market. And I was at an event 2 weeks ago with some small business owners, and they were talking about, geez, people are quitting and they're getting calls. And I said, hey, I can speak to that for you guys. If you're curious to know if your employees are being called and recruited for other job openings, the answer is 100% yes. They absolutely are. And they're not getting the occasional call. They're getting 1, 2, 3, 6 calls a month. Weekly, they're being contacted. And I want to talk about, how do we retain our current staff, or how do we hire internally to keep those people? You have 3 types of employees. If we want to make this really simple, 3 types of employees inside your business. You have the underperformer, you have the performer, and you have the overperformer, right? So the overperformer has capacity and potential to drive your business and help you scale. You have the performer who's steady Eddie, knows their job, does what you ask them. And then you have the low performer, the people you're constantly managing. You keep them because you can't find anyone else. So when we look at this, we can't just make a broad statement about, here's what you do to retain your people. You need to consider the person. So if you're looking at your hypos, your high performers, the people with the capacity that can lead and drive and scale your business, you're going to take a much different tack than you are with a low performer. But let's look at this. If your chance of retaining talent is 50%, and we could say, in a real general way, if you hire someone outside of your organization, you run a 33% chance that they're going to be worse than the person that you lost. You run a 33% chance they're going to be as good as the person you lost, or you run a 33% chance that they're going to be better. Now, to put that in perspective, if you let someone walk out of your business to take an increase at someone else's business that's a high performer, it's like selling your house below market, then going to Vegas. And if the roulette table had 3 equal colors, they had black, red, and yellow, picking one of those, taking a 1 in 3 chance that you are going to do better on today's market. It's crazy, it's insane. And hiring outside of your organization, conservative estimates are, it could cost anywhere from 1 to 4 times that person's annual salary, depending on the position. So if we let a high performer walk out of our business, we have a 2/3 chance that the person we hire because they left is going to be worse or as good as they are. And we have a 50% chance they're going to stay with us for 3 months. And we're going to have to invest, if that person's salary was $80,000, at least $80,000 in their recruitment training and getting this person up to speed and having them be productive. So the smartest hire we can make in this market is the internal hire. Hiring the people that you already have. How do we do that? Number 1, so what are people looking for? And I said, your opinion does not equal my fact. And my facts are, when you're in the market, this is what I hear all the time. Why are you looking to leave your job? Well, I want to test the market. I feel like I'm underpaid. My friend just left this company and they got a 20% increase. So inflation is up, my bills are up, I want to make some more money. The second thing I get asked is, what's the benefit package? The third thing I get asked is, what's the schedule? Is it remote? Is it flex? I will not go into the office 9 to 5. And then what's the range on the position? How much are these people willing to pay? And when we factor in inflation, and we factor in people don't change jobs, they don't take the risk of leaving the known for the unknown for straight across pay, you're looking at a minimum of a 20% increase. So think of this. You have an $80,000 a year employee that quits to take a job at $96,000 Now you have to spend $80,000 to replace that person who could be worse, could be better, could be the same, and you have a 50% chance that they'll stay with you for 3 months. The obvious choice is let's retain the talent in the building, and it's going to cost you $16,000. That's the easy math, right? So how do we have these conversations with our people? And we talked off the beginning that as small business owners, we can be agile. Don't make a sweeping policy. This is our new policy for all of our employees. We manage individuals. So if you have high potential people in your business, you need to go to them and ask them some questions. How are things going with you? Some people now are dipping into savings to make ends meet, and loyalty has a price tag. Yes, they've been with you for 5 years and they've been loyal, but if they're dipping into their savings to buy groceries and you're not helping them, that loyalty is fleeting and they will go to someone who will help them, right? So let's us as business owners be these people. Sit our high potential people down and say, you're probably getting some calls, right? What's going on in the market? How are you feeling? Love to have you here. You know, what can we do to retain you? What are some ideas we can use to keep those people, right? And as owners, we have expanded roles. We need, not that we're not already doing enough, but in this time, people are struggling, and it's up to us as leaders to help people with their financial, physical, mental being. And so how can we do that, right? Upgrade your benefit package. That's a simple thing to do. It's an out-of-pocket expense, but it's cheaper than $96,000 for one employee. Or go to that one individual and offer them cash solves everything, right? So yeah, well, my family plan, I mean, I'm out of pocket $2,000 a month. Okay, well, let me supplement that for you. What if I helped you with that? What if I covered that for you? $24,000 a year, now you have a loyal employee, someone who's going to stick around because you did something for them. Probably going to be more productive too. Financial assistance. So raises, bringing people up to meet inflation, taking your key people aside and saying, hey, inflation sucks. And we know you're probably struggling a bit. So we're going to give you a 10% increase just because we want you to be able to put food on the table and pay your mortgage and pay for your daughter's college and maintain the same standard of living you had before all this craziness started. What if you tied in a retention bonus? And not only am I going to give you a 10% raise, I'm going to give you a 5% retention bonus, and you can put a clawback on it. So here's, if I make $80,000, here's $4,000 cash, boom. But if you resign in the next 12 months, I'm going to claw back, and I'm going to take it out of your last check. But I do want you, this is good faith on my side to be able to say, hey, go pay down some of your bills, pay off your credit card, take care of your family. You can use enhanced sick leave or vacation days. Hey, we realize people got sick people at home, stuff's going on. Take all the sick time you need. As long as your work's getting done, we're happy to cover up for you. We care about you and your family. We want to make sure we're taking care of you. Help them with some sick leave. But the biggest thing you can do is flexible schedule. Flexible schedules aren't going away. The conservative number is 50% of the people out there want a flexible schedule. My numbers, what I see in the market is about 30 to 40% of people want 100% remote. And I hear it all the time. If this job's not 100% remote, I'm not even interested in talking about it. About another 30 to 40% want flexible schedule. And that doesn't mean you can leave early Friday. Flex schedule is like core day of 2 or 3 days, flex 2 or 3 days. You set the core days. If you don't want them to take long weekends, make the core days Monday and Friday and let them work from home Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then the in-office, that is the smallest number of people who are like, yeah, I really want to go in the office. There are some people who are in a situation and they say, I got small kids at home and, I prefer to be in the office, or if I'm in a tech role and I need to focus, maybe I need to be in the office. You need to look at that role and see what it is. But, offering people flexibility and not managing, end result management. As long as your work's getting done on time and you're working from home, I don't care when you're working. You could be working from 1 a.m. till 9 a.m. As long as deadlines are being met, right? So as owners, we can be agile and flexible and utilize the internal hire versus the external hire. Keep your good people. And I would do this with your average and average performers, your high potentials, your low performers. Maybe it's worth taking that risk. Maybe it's worth letting your competitors have them and trying to upgrade that role through an external hire or through a referral or whatever it is. But this is why we can't just make a blanket statement. This is what we do for all people. We need to we need to reward our best people. We need to incentivize some of the people we know have some potential. And some people who hurt our business, maybe we need to manage them out of the business. But I would start having these conversations immediately. Sit down with your best people, and you don't need to ask them if they're getting called. They are. And there's a reason they're staying with you. But eventually, a call is going to come in when they're having a bad day, or they can't make a credit card payment, or they have to take a line of credit out to put their kid into school. And they're going to say, you know what? I love this company. And I hear it all the time. I have no reason to leave this company. I just think I can get more somewhere else. Why don't you be the person to give them more? The internal hire, $16,000 on an $80,000 employee is a fraction of what it would cost you to lose that person, all of that internal knowledge, hire someone in green and roll the dice 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 that they're going to be as good or better than that person that left. And if they're high potential, it's 2/3 that they're not going to be as good and 1/3 that they'll be as good, right? So focus on the internal hire. Take care of your business internally. It's going to cost you whatever it is. If that person leaves at 80, you're going to have to hire. If you hire someone in at 80, they will not have the skills and experience, because that person you're hiring at 80 is currently sitting at a $60,000, $65,000 base and probably don't have the depth of experience. So that's my rant on the how do we retain our staff. I hope there was some value there. I hope you got something out of it. And we can help you do that. If KeyHire, that's part of what we do, is help you have those conversations. It's human capital after all, right? So how do we assess our people? How do we create a new role? How do we upgrade? If you do have a low performer and you want to upgrade that, give us a call. We can talk you through how to do that yourself, or heck, we can help you do that too. So that's the end of my rant. Maddie, did we have any questions come out of all that? Is it better to offer a large salary or more comprehensive benefits? And again, so this is a great question, but I want to go back to there's no general answer. I can't say salary over benefits. It depends on the person. And as small business owners, this is where we can be agile. And I've worked with business owners to do this a lot, right? We'll pull someone over and argument's sake, they're making $100,000 and we offer them, $115,000. And then they do the math and they're like, yeah, but your benefit package isn't as strong as my current one. And when I do the math, I'm going to be out of pocket $500 a month. So really, I just got a $9,000 raise instead of a $15,000 raise. 9% isn't as good as 15%. And they're not being greedy. That's just the way it is. So what do? We level them up and say, okay, well, if you're out of pocket $6,000, what if we came to the table with $6,000 more in base? Would that make sense for you? Because they have a family, maybe they have a spouse or children that require medical attention or medication or something, and that benefit is really important to them. So we help them with it. Maybe it's a single individual and they could care less about a benefit package. They want basic coverage and they're all about the money. And so then you got to pony up. If they're the person that you want, again, is it worth losing someone over $6,000? Right? If you're looking at $115,000, we're looking at 5%. And to go into the market and find someone and go through the process and the productivity you're losing daily, is $6,000 worth it? And sometimes our pride gets in the way and we're like, I'm not going a penny higher. But we need to put ourselves in the candidate's shoes, because yes, there's risk as a business owner to pony up $121,000 for a new employee. It's a heck of a lot of money. But the candidate is also walking away from a job they know, like, and trust, people that have taken care of them for years. And there's a lot of risk in this move for them too. And oftentimes Cash is how we mitigate risk. What else we have, Matt? I apologize. I'm just getting over a cold. So I'm hydrating with my Gatorade. I promise. There's only water in there. I promise. It's just water. Well, transitioning back to the office full time actually hurt retention. I think everyone knows the answer to this now. It depends on the individual. If you have someone you really want to keep who has a ton of internal knowledge, has been with you, who you know, like, and trust, and they deliver, and they have the capacity for you to scale, and they say, you know, the last 2 years working from the home that I've been paying a mortgage on for the last 10 years while I've worked with you, and not sitting in traffic for 2 hours a day and having breakfast with my kids and not missing my children's school events, has been really nice, and I don't want to lose that. And if you call me back to the office full time, I think I'm going to look for another job. Then talk to them, work it out. They probably don't want full time. They probably don't want 100% remote. Maybe they say, look, I just need to know that the days when my kids have a recital, I can just work from home that day. And you say, heck yeah, you've been doing it for 2 years and getting your job done. I trust you. Some people might say, thank goodness we're coming back to the office. I can't wait to get out of the house. I'm going crazy. Some people might say, I have zero desire to come back to the office. And then you got to work that out with them too. But again, considerations. Is it someone are they a low performer that it might benefit your business to find someone new to replace that role? Are they a mid performer? You know, are they just steady Eddie, get the job done, someone you trust and know that they will deliver? Or are they high potential, someone who can, if you turn them loose, can really drive your business? And your negotiating tactics and willingness, how far you're willing to go with each of those people is going to vary. With a low performer, you can take a harder line with them and say, sorry, man, you got to come back to the office or we'll find someone new. With a high potential person, you're probably saying, okay, well, let's figure this out because you're really important to me and my business and really enjoy having you here. And I'm sure we can come to terms. So I think that answers that. Did we have anything else, Matt, or is that it for today? I think that's it for today. Okay. So if you got any value out of this, or you want to talk to us further about how to action some of these items, you can sign up for one of our free consultations, and Maddie's going to flash that up for us here. Go to KeyHire Solutions. You'll see a green button up on the right that says schedule a consultation. 30 minutes, it's free, no weirdness, no sales. We are a help first organization. We're here to help small business owners. So just plug in your info, get on our calendar, and we'll spend some time with you. We also have a really effective and substantial tool we're offering for free right now as well, which is our ebook, Hiring in the Key of C. And that is not only are you going to get our ebook, which is, I said, substantial. It's literally a step-by-step actionable breakdown of the KeyHire proprietary process on how to target, engage, and hire the right candidates, right? Hire better the first time. Our success rate is, man, I think we run like a 94% success rate at KeyHire. The people that we hire off stick around, and they often have big impact in the businesses. So we've worked long and hard to break out and identify that process, what works and what doesn't. And you can have it for free. We're going to give you the ebook. We give you an hour-long video presentation that walks you through the ebook. And with that, right now, we're offering a free consultation as well. So you can sign up for a consultation and we'll help you develop your hiring and engagement process. People pay us lots of money to do that with them, and we're giving it away for free right now because it's hard out there and we want to help you. Don't forget to like our LinkedIn page. Matt, do you have one for that? Follow us on LinkedIn. Yeah, we have a LinkedIn page, KeyHire Solutions. We put out these videos and we post articles and other information for small businesses to help you guys scale, right? Stop struggling, start scaling, because that's what this is all about. And that's what we specialize in. We work with businesses $5 to $15 million a year, work with those business owners and work through that human capital plan, whether it's upgrading a position, whether it's developing a new role or new roles, building out a team in your organization, or putting together that entire human capital plan to take you, from 10 to 30, 10 to 25, whatever it is, 5 to 25. We'll give you that whole plan and we'll help you action it, and we'll go out and acquire that talent for you as well. So until next time, 2 weeks from now, we will see you on the next live stream. Thank you so much for your time, everyone. And if you have any questions, you know where to reach me. Hit me up on the website or through LinkedIn. Thanks all. Have a great day.